Okay, so back to the Heat. There's another guy. His name was Main Event Mike Fox. He's a North Texas guy. He also was going to Nashville several times for Impact for TNA wrestling, and a promoter decided to do Rory Fox and Mike Fox. Even Mike Fox, his was two X's. This is how much heat I had in Texas. It was myself and Mike Fox against LAX, who is Hernandez and Homicide.
Yeah.
And we did a show at this bar. So it's the pretty white boys against the badass LAX guys. And there's a clip on YouTube of it too. I had to take his border toss, that deadly border toss, which looks very dangerous, and it is dangerous. He threw me so high in the air, and I landed really high on my shoulders and almost my neck. When he hit that border toss, I was like, fuck it. He almost killed me. I'm just going to lay here. I'm not moving. And as soon as they got the pinfall on me, I didn't move a muscle. I laid there for at least 2 minutes while they're celebrating. They walked over me. They went to the corners to celebrate with the fans, all that. And Mike Fox didn't even know what was going on at this point. They finally left the ring. I didn't move a muscle. And I just laid there. And finally, I'm like, okay, Mike, pick me up. And as he picks me up off the ground, I'm just totally out of it. He's carrying me to the back. And the fans not only were not concerned about my well-being after it looking like I got border toss on my neck, they still took the time to throw beer and cups of ice at me after it looked like I got killed in the ring. That was like a standing ovation to me.
So I was going to say, so you managed to work everyone with that. So that wasn't a shoot.
No, I'm like, if you're going to be reckless with me in the ring, I'm going to sell it. I'm not getting right up. Okay, I'll show you guys. I'm gonna do a backflip in the ring to show you I'm okay. No.
Is that where like the heat between you and Hernandez? Because I did like read something that you did have some choice words to say about Hernandez, like for being reckless in the ring. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, I was. I got pretty nasty on some podcasts, but yeah, it was. I really looked up to the guy when I first went to Texas. We were really cool. He treated me great at RCW, and after getting border toss on my neck like for the third time, in different matches, it's just I got upset about it, and he just seemed to not even give a damn. Like I'm just fodder for him out there, and just whatever, you're just a piece of meat. I don't care, and it really hurt my feelings. So that's why I got so nasty with it. It's like I thought we were cool and friends, which we probably weren't. We're just associates, and
acquaintances.
It just him just being reckless with me and not giving a shit, and like me telling him, I don't really want to take this move anymore, and getting kind of mad about it. And
Hernandez had had a few people like come out and get the shit.
Yeah, Doug Williams. Look at Doug Williams.
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah, I must have missed that. What happened? He just threw him.
He got dropped on his neck on a border toss on Impact Wrestling, and I'm like, well, now the world can see it.
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
Yeah,
and, Hernandez may be a good guy now, but it's festered for a long time. Maybe we could talk it out one day, but I don't know. I just still don't think he likes me because of another interaction we had at one of those shows where I just went to visit, and he shoved me down and told me to get the F out of there, and like, come on, motherfucker, let's fight right now. And I was like, whoa, I was just here to see ODB. She's from Minnesota, and I did some shows with her for Steel Domain in Minnesota, and he right in front of the boys, he's wanting to fight me. He's 300 pounds and jacked, and I just was there to see some of the boys, and he told me to get the hell out of here. And the locker room was outside. It wasn't even like I went into their building uninvited. I was just out in the backyard of this building there hanging out, and like, what are you doing here? And like, wow. And even Rudy Boy Gonzalez once said, hey, I thought Rory was your friend. That was last year. Like, okay.
Wow.
Did any of the other wrestlers like jump in and say, no, motherfucker? Like,
Rory, absolutely not. They were all scared to death of him. Hernandez was the top guy in Texas. You know, it's like if you stick with him, maybe he'll get you a booking at TNA Wrestling. But I thought for sure LAX were going to go to WWE as well. So everyone wanted to stay on Hernandez's good graces because he was the ticket out of Texas. So, but no one would speak up. I mean, they may have felt bad, but no one would dare say a word to Hernandez. I mean, he was a scary dude. I'm still scared of him. I don't know what would happen if we saw each other.
So there was no like thought in your mind like that you were gonna like throw hands with him at that show, like go, all right, motherfucker, like let's go.
In hindsight, I wish I would have now because I just got shoved down and they wouldn't even let me have my phone back. They just made me leave. Security made me leave, and I left with even out my cell phone. But I don't know. I just did not expect there to be a confrontation where he wanted to fight right there. It's like it just intimidated me. I was just so caught off guard by it, and
but like
I was scared.
In that situation, like you said you went off on a podcast about him. Like,
Yeah.
did you not expect him to like get his neck out of joint about it? Like, or were you expecting him to be like, hey man, like why don't you come and talk to me, blah blah blah? Like, were you expecting like a different reaction from him from that?
Yeah. They had their little monitors. They were watching the show back there, and he kind of saw me out the corner of his eye, and we kind of made eye contact and thinking, and it had been like 6 months since what happened was I was doing one of his shows, and there was also another promotion that was treating me great. And he said, well, we're pushing you on our shows and as a featured tag team right now. You can't go do their show. I'm like, but they booked me first and they treat me really well. And he's like, no, you're doing our show. And I go, I'm not no-showing their show. And he goes, you can no-show. If our promotion closes, I'm sure they'll still bring you back. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And then after that, I was like dead to him. He wanted nothing to do with me. And then 6 months later, I just go visit at that show, and he kind of looked at me and then kept watching the monitor. But as soon as intermission, that's when he came over and like, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here. And, you know.
And was that the last interaction that you had with him, or was there more after that?
No, that was the last time I had talked to him in person, face to face. Yes, but
yeah,
we exchanged some private messages, about some tweets. I don't know, the last year or so, because I was worried. I was doing Talking Shop-A-Mania with the Good Brothers. Have you guys familiar with any of that? The on Fight TV Talking Shop-A-Mania. Those they did. Was it 2 shows?
Yeah.
But anyway, he's friends with Gallows, so I thought, oh shit, he might be at Talking Shop-A-Mania. I don't want it to be weird, and I just said, hey, I don't want any problems. We may see each other at Talking Shop-A-Mania, and he just said, I don't think about you. That was a long time ago. I've moved way past that since then, and he just kind of called me a clown and stuff, and whatever, So.
But do you feel like that could have almost easily re-triggered the feud? Like,
oh yeah,
going,
you know,
like certain personalities in wrestling where some wrestlers are like fucking can get really hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. We could probably have a match. I mean, when there's real heat, it really adds to it. I just can guarantee you, though, if we had a match now, I could totally be business. We don't have to be friends. We could have a match, but I am not 100%. No, like that Macho Man meme, 1,000,000% would never take the border toss from him. You better find another way to pin me. It's not going to be a border toss.